So another story that might interest you tonight. Historians in eastern North Carolina, they are fighting right now to stop the state from building a highway expansion on the site of a Civil War battleground. The state's proposed Highway 70 bypass project would build an interchange at the site of the Battle of White Fork. WRL's Keenan Willard shows us why experts say it's a piece of history that's worth preserving.
Nestled alongside Highway 70 in Jones County, this vast stretch of land is Dennis Harper's life's work. Not the scenery, though, the history that lies buried beneath the surface.
I grew up on the battlefield. I walked around picking up artifacts, laying on top of the ground. There were so many in here.
This is the site of the Battle of Wise Fork, part of the National Register of Historic Places. In March 1865, close to 5,000 Confederates made their stand here, trying to drive thousands of Union soldiers back to the sea.
So they were trying to defeat that army and drive them back to Newburgh.
It was one of the last major battles of the Civil War, and Harper studied it for decades, even building this monument to commemorate it. But the historian says more than 150 years later, a new threat is bearing down on Wise Fork.
Essentially, they had the maps drawn out, the interchange here, and we began to say, hold on a minute, this is a nationally significant battlefield.
NCDOT is planning a bypass of Highway 70 to ease traffic in Kinston. The project would build up this intersection of Caswell Station and Wise Fork Road, developing as much as 55 acres of land in the process, including part of the Wise Fork battlefield. Advocates are pushing back against the project, saying it would impact the site for future generations.
I don't know that they all realize the special place that this is with the history that it has, and once it's gone, it is gone forever.
WRAL reached out to NCDOT for a response to historians' concerns. DOT says they considered building the interchange at two other sites outside the battlefield, but they would have increased the project's cost and environmental impact and would have less impact on traffic in the area.
It's one of those things where there just wasn't a good alternative to that location, but we did look at those two options as well.
DOT says they've been studying the project's impact on historic sites since 2020. In response to concerns from historians, they're working to further shrink the footprint of the proposed interchange. But activists believe the development could hurt a different sort of traffic here: historical tourism, which they're expecting to boom as America approaches its 250th anniversary.
Once you build this interchange in here, you see them all over America. Things grow up, and it obliterates the battlefield.
Keenan Willard, WRAL News, Jones County.
Right now, that Highway 70 bypass project isn't finalized yet. NCDOT will continue holding some public meetings and studying the environmental impact into 2024.